Last night, Hunter Pence hit a monstrous 3-run home run in the first inning. And the Giants bullpen sealed the deal with a dominating performance. But the Rockies still have one of the most dangerous lineups in the league. And tonight is Tim Lincecum's job to shut them down. Giants, Rockies next.
We've got a nice night here at AT&T Park as we get ready. Rockies, Giants, game 2 of the series. Fans receiving their Giants World Champions Parade snow globe. And oh, by the way, it was sponsored by Comcast Sportsnet. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, a very nice win for Madison Bumgarner, the bullpen, and for the Giants last night. And if you think it's all about pitching, well, then you have to talk about Tim Lincecum. And you never quite know now what you're going to get from Lincecum, but he could very well spin a good one. He's got the stuff.
Well, he does have the stuff, and he's been flirting in and out with a good release point. Now, you look at his numbers coming into tonight's start. 1-0. He's got a 0.00 ERA. You're figuring no problem, right? Well, in his 5-inning outing in Los Angeles, he had 7 walks, and that is the X factor. Anytime he goes out, what type of fastball command he comes into the game with. He does have history on his side, however. Lifetime against these Rockies, 11-7. So hopefully that turns in to a good outing for Lincecum.
Yeah, 10 wins last year for Lincecum, 3 against Colorado. All right, when we come back, Amy G has a visit with the young man who hit the big bomb last night, and he did that in the very first inning. Amy G with Hunter Pence right after this.
Ball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try the new Hot Mess Burger today. It's loaded with spicy jalapenos, onion rings, and gooey pepper jack cheese. And by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
Your San Francisco Giants coming off a hard-fought win against the Colorado Rockies last night, and Giants fans are coming in droves this evening. Looking forward to the game and really looking forward to tonight's giveaway. It's courtesy of Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It's the confetti globe with the Civic Center right in the middle and a whole lot of confetti coming down from that World Series parade. Welcome back to the Giants broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and Tim Lincecum takes the hill for the Giants this evening in Game 2 of this 3-game set. Hunter Pence is back in the lineup. No surprise there. He hit a 3-run home run last night in the first inning of the game off the first pitch he saw. I had a chance to catch up with him about that, and he also shares his thoughts on the toughness of this NL West division that they're in.
I think anyone will tell you it's always exciting to hit with runners on base. I think, it's an exciting moment. And that's what baseball's about, is hitting in those situations. And, and also just getting on. And for me, I kind of had an approach yesterday. I got the pitch I was looking for, and it just so happened to be the first pitch. So, it's really, unique when it works out that way. So, and we were talking about, because I had talked with Bam Bam and Joe, and the conversation was, if I get runners in scoring position today, I'm going to look for his changeup. And, it just happened to be the first pitch, and it worked out good for us.
This division, the NL West, Bochy has said could possibly be the toughest division in baseball this season, and no team should ever go, overlooked. How does the team approach, their division rivals? You guys took 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. You won last night against the Rockies, but it was a tough win.
Absolutely. I mean, you just got to keep things in perspective. This is the major leagues. Every team is extremely good, especially it's a new year, and, there's a lot of talent in this NL West, as I've seen from coming over last year. The Rockies are healthy, and that's who we're up against right now. To me, it's about getting in the process. It's about, just taking care of one day at a time, putting not only the physical effort but the mental effort, and not just preparation, but just, having your mind the right, with everyone in the moment. So, that's my focus on the season. Whenever 162 plays out, and we'll see where everyone ends up. But right now, you got to know that whoever you're up against, this is, you're playing against the best in the world, and every game counts, every inning counts.
All right, that's Hunter Pence. We thank you so much for your time, and we're going to have more from AT&T Park right after these messages. So stay with us. Make sure you check out our new anchor team at Sportsnet Central, 6 and 10:30. Dave Feldman, Ahmed Fareed, together they are, and boy are they quite the team. Just moments ago, the two spending every waking moment together were able to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Now, I talked to Dave Feldman prior to the pitch. He said Angel Pagan gave him some good advice. He said just throw it as hard as you possibly can. Sergio Romo and rookie Nick Noonan behind the dish for this pair. Yep, Dave's looks good. Ahmed's a little high, but you know, maybe a good curveball in there. These guys were pretty nervous about this. It's a lot of pressure to go out there and throw that pitch. They did a good job. Sergio did say Dave Feldman threw a strike, though. A strike for Dave Feldman. Did he hear that? Because he's going to use that on Ahmed tonight for sure. All right, make sure you keep checking them out. 6 and 10:30, Monday through Friday. They are your anchor team at Sportsnet Central. Stay with us. Coming up, Kruk and Kipe are going to have the lineups and first pitch, game 2 against the Colorado Rockies, about to begin. Stay with us.
Have just taken the field as we get ready for baseball. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 64 degrees here at the yard. Humidity at 46%. A little breezy, and it is clear. See Dexter Fowler getting ready to step in against Tim Lincecum. Here is the lineup. You see Fowler. Fowler will be followed by Rutledge, and then Gonzalez, Carlos Gonzalez, followed by Tulowitzki, Kadire. Todd Helton's got big numbers against Lincecum. He did not start last night. He did pinch hit. He's hitting 6. Then it's Rosario Nelson, followed by Nicasio, the pitcher.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the right-hander Tim Lincecum. Lincecum 11-7 lifetime against these Colorado Rockies. Comes into the season with a 1-0 record, still no ERA. However, in 5 innings in Los Angeles, he did walk 7. And that is unacceptable. He will look to try and improve upon that category. For Lincecum, 5'11", 160-pounder in his 6th year at the big league level. 28 years old. Fastball, over to the low 90s. 2-seam, 4-seam, big curveball Hard slider and a split. Go get him.
First pitch of the ball game is a big swing and a miss by Fowler. So we get started right on time at 7:15.
91-mile-an-hour fastball from Lincecum.
In at third is Sandoval, and it's rolled to third. Sandoval's still going to have to hurry, and they got the speedy Fowler. And that's how this game gets started.
Now, the only way they have a chance at the swing and bunt is if they respect the bunt prior to the pitch. And Sandoval absolutely anticipated and made a very fine play. Let's take a look at the defense joining Sandoval behind Lincecum, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Blanco, Pagan, and Pence. Crawford and Sandoval on the left side, Scudero and Belt on the right side, and Hector Sanchez will be in the squad tonight. Buster Posey with a night off.
Here's Rutledge. Rutledge takes that one in tight.
You know that Dexter Fowler can fly, so you have no room for air. And the Panda coming up big. But boy, where he set up before the pitch, made the play.
Home plate umpire tonight is Mark Wegner, as he calls that pitch inside. 2-0 to Rutledge. Rutledge is 1 for 10 in his career against Lincecum. More work for Sandoval. Down to a knee, and the throw is perfect. 2 down.
Mark Wegner, the plate umpire, has a reputation for having a tight zone. He will, however, give you some high strikes that other umpires do not often give. In fact, I think he's more of a high ball guy than a low ball guy, but his zone can be tight.
So here's Carlos Gonzalez.
Good one.
Gonzalez hit a long home run last night. Swing and a miss. Pretty good pitch right there.
Pretty good split right there. Lincecum at times has started off going right through the lineup the first time. Really a consistent arm slot, then all of a sudden it leaves him. So that's the goal, to get into a consistent arm slot and maintain it throughout the entire game. Let's take a look at our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Watch the extension that he gets as he strides towards his target. Now that's the stride of a guy who's about 6'4". For Lincecum, he's 5'11", so you get an idea as to just how unusual his stride step is, and you get a great look at it with our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
On the ground towards the hole, Scudero cuts it off on the slide, side retired. 3 ground balls, and the Giants are coming up. Giants, and facing Juan Nicasio will be this lineup. It'll be Pagan, Scudero, and then Sandoval. And you can see Sandoval his last 3 games, 6 for 11 with a big fly. Pence, the cleanup hitter, followed by Belt, Blanco, and Hector Sanchez hitting 7th, Crawford 8th, Lincecum 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Colorado Rockies will be the right-hander Juan Nicasio, 6'3", 230-pounder. He's 26 years old in his second year at the big league level. Opening day against the Brewers, he was the winning pitcher, and that's how he did it. 6 strong innings, a couple earned runs allowed in that game. And he's got a good fastball. It'll go low to mid-90s. He's got a curveball, or a slider and a changeup, rather. Pretty much a 3-pitch guy, although he will cut the fastball. You're going to see a lot of fastballs from Nicasio. That was the giveaway, the snow globe, given out tonight by Comcast Sportsnet.
The parade snow globe.
That's a good one.
I love a parade. That was really a fun song until we were in 3 of them. Then it even meant a lot more.
I do love a parade.
Yeah. 1-0 to Pagan. Pagan hitting .321, 3 RBIs. Pagan went 1 for 4 last night. And he shoots this one into center field, a base hit. And Pagan with a leadoff single here in the first inning. So here's Marco Scutaro.
All right, let's take a look at the Rockies defense behind Nicasio tonight. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Gonzalez, Fowler, and Kadire. Tulowitzki and Nelson on the left side. Rutledge and Helton on the right side. And Willeen Rosario will be in the squad, putting down the signs tonight. You've got great arms in the outfield across the board for these Rockies.
First pitch is a strike at the knees. Scutaro last night picked up a base hit. He was 1 for 4. He was on base when Pence hit the home run. Down low.
Well, that's the box that the snow globe came in, and that's a great picture.
But Griggs, the big fella at Comcast Sportsnet, he came up with this idea, along with 12 other people.
Well, we're going to give it to Ted Griggs because he is the grand poobah. That is a pretty cool idea. Absolutely glorious night here in the Bay.
1 ball and 1 strike. Pagan with his lead. And Scutaro shoots it foul down the right field line.
Hey, lefty's here. That's Left Brown.
Well, he had to be left-handed, didn't he?
Yeah, a guy named Left's got to be left-handed. They're making our ball dudes wear passes now.
Rich Brown down the third base line. 1-2. Scutaro, a base hit into left field. Nothing more than a little seeing-eye ground ball. And the Giants now with runners at first and second and nobody out.
Yeah, he needs a couple of seeing-eye ground balls to get some confidence back. He's been looking for a swing. And here he splits right between Tulowitzki and Nelson on that left side of the infield. Not a lot of hand action. A very, very quiet load. Gets a high fastball, spins in it, finds himself a hole, and he's been looking for holes.
So here's Sandoval. Only one hitter in this lineup has had an at-bat against Nicasio, and that's Crawford. And that's lifetime.
How'd he do?
1 for 2, a double. Here's Sandoval, 360 average. His batting practice today was very impressive. No balls and 1 strike. Sandoval 2 for 3 last night. Hunter Pence is on deck. Just underway here at AT&T Park. Fowler drifting back. Pagan's going to tag. And the ball will go to second, and Scutaro is going to make it.
That's a good play if you make it. And we'll make it our forward right choice. And remember, you've got great arms across the board in the outfield for the Rockies. But Scutaro seeing that this is going to go all the way back to the wall. Not going to be a lot of momentum going into the play for Fowler. Scutaro last year played with these Rockies, so you know he's got a good scouting report on their abilities.
It still is pretty close.
Yeah, that's a good play if you make it.
So here's Hunter Pence. The big blow in the game last night came in the first inning with 2 runners on. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Pence at 280, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. Seven for 25. On the ground, into right field. Pence beats it out. 1-0 Giants as Pagan scores.
So one thing about Pence, when you start talking about his abilities, I mean, everything he does is above average. I mean, he is a 5-tool guy. He may look a little weird doing it, and he'll have his own way of doing it, but he gets it done. And we saw the power last night. Here, he does it with his legs. And that is the combination that has really given him the reputation he has in this game. He's got power and he's got speed. This is ball just to the right of Rutledge, who does a good job to get to this ball and even get a throw off, but just too much speed going down the line from Hunter Pence. He can fly for a big man. It's impressive.
And he got a good jump out of the box as well. So here's Belt. Belt's looking for his first RBI. Belt is 2 for 17. Scutaro at third, Pence at first. Belt takes low, 1 ball and no strikes.
For Scutaro, you have to come down that third base line anticipating a ball in the dirt or a pass ball.
Right, this young catcher Rosario has had his problems since he's come to the big leagues, but it's a work in progress, and they say he's getting better. 2-0.
And one thing that Rosario has is an exceptional arm. I mean, he doesn't have great hands yet. Been working to develop that, and it takes time, but he can throw.
Belt on the ground. Helton's going to come home, and out at home is Scutaro as Rosario blocked off home plate. So there's 2 down, and now runners at first and second.
Well, that's a shin burger for Scutaro coming into the shin guards of Wilin Rosario, the Rockies catcher. You know that Helton is a good thrower. Former quarterback at the University of Tennessee, has always been a plus thrower and a very accurate one, and that is an absolute perfect strike. All that Rosario has to do is catch it, drop a knee, and he's sealed off the plate. And Scutaro bounces off that shin guard like a fly to a windshield.
So here's Blanco. Now the Giants need a hit. Just outside to Gregor Blanco.
Trainer Anthony Reyes over to check out Scudero in the Giants dugout.
There are 5 Giants in this lineup, Mike, that do not have an RBI this year. And that is also including Lincecum. He's got 1. Scudero doesn't have 1. Belt, Blanco, Sanchez, Crawford. I know they're due. I know.
Well, they're coming. Let's put it that way. It's still just the 8th game of the season.
Under the hands of Blanco, 2 balls and 1 strike.
So when does that stat sheet start to work against you if you're a hitter?
Well, if you're hitting 3rd, 4th, or 5th, or even 6th, it's about that time to start thinking about it. I mean, I may have gone until June without an RBI.
Well, that wasn't your job.
Out of play, it's 2-2.
Your job was to set the table, not clean the table off.
So Blanco in a spot, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pence at second with good speed. Belt at first. And another foul ball out of play. Pagan scored the only run this inning. And a good take. And now it's 3-2. Just a few chuckles at the yard. Come on.
Oh, yeah. It's the yard. It's where you have fun. This is not her first time at the yard, by the way.
She's going to miss this RBI by Blanco. 3-2.
Pay attention.
And the walk, and Sanchez is going to hit.
Pitches on the inning for Ocasio.
Hector Sanchez. He's had 5 at bats. He's 1 for 5. Pence, Belt, and Blanco are your base runners. No balls and 1 strike. 94 to him.
Right above the hands. Hector Sanchez had a little greed in that swing. Easy to do with the bases loaded. Ocasio going right back, same spot. He's trying to put that thing inside corner right above the hands. You can see the lift in Hector Sanchez's swing. I mean, it really is a swing built for the low part of the zone. So those 2 fastballs up were to the scout report.
One and two.
Staying up high and hard.
Left field. Gonzalez side retired. Giants on the board after one. It's 1-0 Giants. And McDonald's True Stories, and this date in Giants history. On this date last year, Barry Zito pitched a shutout at Coors Field for the Giants' first win of the season. It was the 9th time an opponent pitched a shutout at Coors, and the first by a Giant. It was Zito's 5th career shutout and broke a streak of 274 consecutive starts without a shutout. On this date last year, it was also on this date that after the game, Mario Alioto took the broadcasters out to dinner and paid.
Nice going, Mario.
Both very impressive performances. Zito, Alioto. It was a good night.
It was a good night.
It was a good day.
Great day. I don't know what was more impressive, Barry Zito on the mound or with the bat. He had another one of those magic at bats last year. Just a great day for Zito all around. Got him started.
Here's Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki last night took an 0 for 4. Hit 4 ground balls. Off to a good start, hitting .348 with a couple of home runs and 7 RBIs. In tight 2-0. He's 10 for 44 against Lincecum. And one of those 10 hits, a home run. 3-0. So now Lincecum's got to come in. He's got Kadire and Helton to follow.
Now the Rockies coming into San Francisco, they had about 6 guys that were hot. Tulowitzki and Kadire on deck, or 2 of them.
And a 4-pitch walk. And let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
Well, Dwayne, Marco Scutaro talked about getting off to a slow start this season. He said that he couldn't find his rhythm and he was jumping the ball a little bit. He also sat down and talked with manager Bruce Bochy, who gave him the option of taking a day off to try and regroup. But Scutaro asked to play through this skid. And Bruce Bochy shared with the media that fans last year were treated to a rarity in seeing Marco Scutaro as a Giant never go through a skid. He said that he trusts his veteran experience and he will definitely play his way out of this. Last night he got a hit, scored a run, and of course already tonight he has a base hit. Gentlemen.
All right. Scutaro playing through it. Here's Kadire. Kadire is 4 for 8 against Lincecum lifetime with 3 doubles. And he drives this one down the right field line, and this is foul. Kadire 2 for 3 last night. He had some really good at bats.
Yeah, he was on everything. Bumgarner is a guy that you don't normally see a hitter get time to all of the speeds and all the pitches that he has. But last night, Cuddyer was that guy.
Cuddyer on the ground to Scudero, and he'll go to second, and he throws it away. And Tulowitzki is going to end up at third. So Scudero taking a chance, and it backfires.
You don't take a chance like that if you're not a confident player. But he was thinking second base the whole way. This ball kind of cutting away from him, an off-balance throw. And for Brandon Crawford, the ball kind of went into the runner, and he could not reach around him. I think Crawford should have the air.
Yeah, I do too.
That should not be an E4. That should be an E6.
So here's Helton. Helton taps this one slowly. It kicks off the mound. Crawford will make the play, and coming in to score is Tulowitzki, and this game is tied. Cuddyer moves down to second base. And here's Rosario.
That's a big league RBI.
Really, and not an easy play for Crawford. Rosario pinch hit in the 9th inning last night, and he made the last out as Romo struck him out. There's a fastball high. But he's got power. He's 4 for 9 against Lincecum with 3 extra base hits, 1 a home run.
Oh, this guy's bat's legit. I mean, he's going to put some impressive numbers up in his career. He's that special of a hitter.
Two and 0. Lincecum with 1 look to second, and there's that home run swing by Rosario.
Nice tight slider there on the 2-0 count. We talk about the problems that Lincecum has had with the fastball. One thing that is good is that he'll throw any of his pitches in any count. I think at times he even has more confidence in his specialty pitches than he does the fastball. A lot of guys, when they go into problems with their control, they'll become one-pitch pitchers because that's the only pitch they can get across the plate, and usually it's the fastball. But that's not the case with Lincecum.
Lincecum thought he might have had a strike.
Well, tomorrow the Giants will take on the Rockies in the final game of this first homestand, and the on-field action starts at 12:45. So come on out to AT&T Park for an afternoon of baseball in the city.
Weather is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous tomorrow. So if you're thinking about, well, you know what, I wonder if maybe sneaking out of work or come on out to the yard. Come on. It's supposed to be gorgeous.
Couple of lefties. Jeff Francis going against Barry Zito.
Here's Chris Nelson. And a strike to Nelson. Always a good idea to just check to see what's going on ticket-wise. Just go to sfgiants.com. Out of play. Lincecum got that one in on the hands of Nelson, and it's 0-2.
90-mile-an-hour fastball.
second inning. A 1-1 ball game. Nelson battling Lincecum with runners at first and second. Got him.
3 quality pitches right there. And that's a 3-pitch see ya. Right on the outside corner, and as it gets right to the base of the strike zone, it just explodes. See you later. Good hard slider.
Here's Nicasio. And the throw is going to go to third, and he made it. So Cuddyer just made it as that ball caromed off the backstop.
Well, they ruled it a wild pitch. Had it been a better throw, they might have had a chance.
And curiously, Rosario still at first. Well, sometimes you're just a spectator. The 1-0. I think that'll put you on edge a little bit if you're catching.
Oh.
And now you got a guy on third.
Well, Hector Sanchez knows Lincecum, and he is not an easy guy to catch at all.
1-2.
Quality pitch right there. This stuff is good tonight. Do not want to see this guy come up this inning.
Down low, Rosario is going to steal second.
And now you got a payoff pitch in the 3-2 count.
Now you cannot afford to walk Nicasio to face Fowler.
Ball 4. And that will definitely make things a little squirmy in the Giants dugout. Everybody looking on, trying to be patient, but it gets one of the hot hitters, Dexter Fowler, who right now is leading this team in home runs with 4 up to bat with the bases loaded.
Some 21 pitches this inning. Down the right field line, and that's going to hurt. Cuddyer scores. Rosario scores. To third goes Nicasio. You walk the pitcher, and you have to pay.
And it looked to me like Fowler went up there looking for one thing. He looked for speed. Looking for something other than a fastball. Got what he was looking for. Vince coming in with that curveball, trying to get it up in the strike zone a little bit more to get a strike one. With a little elevation, hangs out there middle in at the knees, and Fowler jumps all over it. And you're not out of the woods yet. Josh Rutledge has had good at bats in this series.
He bounced out to Sandoval in the first inning. And the first pitch is down low. One and 0 to Josh Rutledge. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 hit in this inning. 3 walks and an error.
Well, those are all unearned runs.
And that's tapped foul. It's 1-2. So Lincecum trying to get into the dugout. Limit the damage to 3. Blocked by Sanchez. 2-2.
Fish aren't biting.
Starting pitcher Nicasio is at third. Fowler's at second. That's out of play, and we'll do it again. Carlos Gonzalez is on deck. Up the middle and a base hit. Fowler's going to score easily as Belt cuts this off. And it's 5-1. And that pitch there was at way too much of the plate.
That's the problem. Not only do you have to get it in the strike zone, but you have to be able to make a quality location pitch with that fastball, especially when you're ahead in the count. It sits up on the outside corner. Looks like it may have been a little bit of a cutter or a slider that had some hang to it. And Rutledge, like you're taught, with 2 strikes, you go back up the middle, and nice at bat. Well, what's the easiest place to defend for a hitter? Between the letters on your chest and your belt. And that's right where that pitch was.
Down low to Gonzalez. Gonzalez bounced out to Scudero. This is a 5-run second inning. And a strike to even the count. So Nicasio is the one that benefits from this. He'll at least take the mound in the second with a 4-run lead.
Very, very frustrating when you're Lincecum and you're not able to make that location with the pitcher you're throwing. And he knows where he wants to put it. It's just a matter of being able to execute to the target, and he cannot do it consistently. Cannot forget about Rutledge. You get into a long inning, I mean, you concentrate so hard on getting out of it with the guy in the batter's box, you forget about that runner. This Bochy has not. Those throwovers to first base have been called by the bench.
And that's high. Two balls and a strike to Carlos Gonzalez.
31 pitches in the inning now, 40 on the night.
Blanco coming in, and this will end the inning. Giants have some work to do. It's 5-1 Colorado.
The Bay Area is brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe, who reminds you to respect your pickle.
Here at AT&T Park, a 5-1 lead for the Rockies. Walks in air and key hits. And the Rockies score 5 in the second. Here it's Crawford, Lincecum, and then Pagan. And Crawford takes a call strike, hitting .217. Crawford is 5 for 23. Lincecum on deck. Mark Wegner is not going to budge.
No, he'll set his zone. We mentioned before, it has a reputation for being a bit tight. You don't see a lot of corner strikes for Wegner.
Crawford dribbles it foul. It's 2-2.
I always thought when you have a big inning go against you, the most important at bat the next half inning when your team comes up to bat was that leadoff hitter. He gets on to start things off right away. It lifts the spirits in that dugout. Bad news, they scored 5. Good news is you got a lot of time left to make up for it. And this becomes a big pitch for Nicasio. Oh, yeah. They're on board.
So 3-2 to Crawford. Not even close. And Lincecum will hit.
And that's the kind of an at bat that will bring a catcher out and it'll make a manager shake his head. It'll make a pitching coach swear. When you have a 4-run lead, your team just gives you the lead, and all of a sudden you're walking the leadoff hitter, and that last pitch was not even close.
Pitching coach swear? You never had one of those.
I think that's a prerequisite to the job. If you can't swear, you can't do that job.
Here's Lincecum.
But guys that don't swear, they're pitching coaches, that right there will make you swear.
Yep. Off the backstop on the bunt. It's no balls and 1 strike. And a good bunt by Lincecum. Helton will throw to Rutledge.
Good sacrifice.
So here's Pagan.
So the bottom of the lineup has done their job to set it up for Pagan at the top.
Pagan opened up the bottom of the first with a base hit up the middle. Here he takes his strike on the inside corner from Nicasio. A little tardy, nothing in 2.
85-mile-an-hour fastball with movement running away from Pagan. I can smell them all the way from here. I wonder where that is coming from. Now we know. there, you're out of luck.
0-2 to Pagan. 0-3 to Pagan.
He just country hardballed him right there.
First strikeout for Nicasio. And here's Scutaro.
Looking for RBI number 1. The Queen's here.
Scutaro with the base hit in the first inning. So Nicasio getting strike 1 to Scutaro.
Break a ball with some big time hang time. Right above the hands, middle in. Just wondering if they're going to hang it out over the plate. One thing we recognized about Scutaro last year when he had that great second half for the Giants, he didn't miss mistakes out of the plate. No up.
He did not. Scutaro asked for time. Sandoval on deck. Line tight again. 2 balls and a strike. This will be pitch number 40 coming up for Nicasio. And a base hit to left field. And here comes Crawford. Gonzalez has got a good arm. It's on line, and Crawford is safe at the plate. And it's a good throw, but it's an RBI for Scutaro, and it's 5-2.
Those are the type of swings of the bat that get you back into a game mentally. That's a 2-out RBI down 4 runs. Your team just gives up 5, and it's important you chip away, and this is how you do it. They set up middle in. It's right to the glove, and Scutaro just drops the head and finds a hole on the left side. And with Crawford going on contact with 2 outs, even the great arm of Gonzalez, not enough.
So here's Sandoval. Sandoval hit one to straightaway center field. He put Fowler on the warning track. But he was retired on a long fly ball in the first inning. One a strike. The first one a ball, this one a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandoval into very deep right center field, and that'll end the inning. Save that one for Coors Field. Giants on the board. It's 5-2.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking, a checking account that pays you.
It's a 5-2 lead for the Rockies. After 2 innings, it'll be Tulowitzki who led off the second with a walk to lead off the third. And tight to Tulowitzki.
5 pitches to Tulowitzki, 5 balls. He has had nothing to swing at tonight. Linsky with 3 walks in the second inning. And really, that was the one big mistake, or the 3 big mistakes that he had that set up the big inning.
Well, they all scored.
You cannot defend against a walk, and that's what's so frustrating. Giants a good defensive team. As a pitcher, you know that going out there. You want to put the ball in play. Let them make plays for you. He's trying to hit his spots, and it's just not happening. You look at the number of times that fastball is between the knees of the catcher, and just not. So because of that, a catcher cannot exaggerate his target. He pretty much has to sit back across the middle. You cannot sit up on one side of the target because there's a good chance it's going to go on the other side of the plate. And you can't catch that way. So because of that, you have to bite off more of the strike zone with your target. And that favors the hitter.
And that's foul. Tulowitzki sitting all over a 3-2 fastball.
Yeah, he was not fooled on it. But Linsky knows the deal. I mean, all he's trying to do right now is put the pressure on the hitter, throw a strike. He'll take whatever strike he can get. And against a guy like Tulowitzki, that's a rough place to be if you're a pitcher. Especially since he's been hot.
Got him.
And that is one of the best pitches he saw tonight. A 3-2 split, and you cannot throw a better one. And it just bottoms out at the base of the strike zone. You can see the fingers in our Exmo, and that is the result. And when you see a pitch like that, you think, all right, maybe he's finding it.
Here's Kadire. Kadire reached on an error. One ball and one strike.
Not giving in to that fastball count. And again, comes right back with us. So the split all of a sudden has come alive. I mean, those last 3 are Bruce Sutter-like.
Comes back with a fastball, and Kadire fouls it out of play.
And you say that fastball was up. That's exactly where Hector Sanchez wanted it. Set a nice high target, trying to elevate and change sight lines.
Got him.
Well, the 2012 San Francisco Giants Championship Collection for fans is here. And this collection is made up of an assortment of commemorative pieces, including personalized championship fan rings, earrings, cufflinks, charms, and much, much more. The collection is exclusively sold at all Bay Area Giants dugout stores and through sfgiants.com/fanring. Check it out.
I was in the Walnut Creek dugout store today, Melissa, the manager, and I snuck my real ring with the other ones.
Yeah.
Yep, everybody was looking at all the, the ones that you just saw there, and they kind of ignored the one that was actually the real ring. Nobody wanted to play along, so that's it. I put it on and got out of there.
I like the thought, though. Good idea.
Scudero, and a nice inning for Lincecum. Pence, Belt, and Blanco coming up.
And I am with the head honcho. Mike Krukow was talking about you earlier, Duane Kuiper. Duane said like 12 people came up with this idea. I think it's not true. And what is the official name of this? Because everybody's calling it a snow globe.
I call it a confetti globe because when I proposed the idea to the Giants, I was with my wife, otherwise known as my heckler, also Amy G. And I said, I think it's a great idea to do a snow globe about the parade. And she said, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Who would want a snow globe in the middle of the summer?
So it's a confetti globe.
It's a confetti globe. Yeah.
Ted Griggs is the president of our station and comes up with really fun stuff. But this is a good giveaway. I mean, as giveaways go, this one pretty much rocks, Ted.
Well, you know what? It reminds me of two of the best days of my life, which was in the parade the first time with our little pedicabs, and the second time I got to drive somebody. I forget his name. It was one of the players. Do you remember his name?
I don't know.
Busker Pose.
Oh, that guy. I was jumping on and off cable cars.
I think he's done all right.
That was a good pick, Ted.
Yeah.
Good job. There's a reason why you're El Jefe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ted Griggs, he came up with this idea. We sure hope everybody's enjoyed it. Duane and Mike, a confetti globe. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's not snow. Baseball. Come on.
All right.
El Jefe.
1-2 to Pence. El Jefe. You know what? You may have a new nickname around here.
He is the boss. Come on.
Pence had an infield hit and an RBI in the first inning. This is waved at. Rosario is going to throw him out.
To the ballpark today and look down King Street, and there were long lines waiting for that snow globe, confetti globe.
Here's Belt. Belt reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. with Blanco to follow.
I want to talk about that 1-2-3 that Lincecum had in the top of the third. He went right through Tulowitzki, Kadire, and Helton. I mean, that's impressive.
Belt out in front, and it's the ball and a strike. Very impressive.
It's impressive. Once you get into a mode in the game where you don't have command, to be able to find it like that, well, that's good signs.
Belt the other way. Gonzalez will put it away. 2 outs. And here's Blanco. Blanco drew a walk in the first inning. Time to pack tonight, partner.
Time to pack.
Giants will leave after the game tomorrow for Chicago, where they will spend 5 nights in the Windy City and play 4 games, all-day games. Day off Monday, and then 3 in Milwaukee.
And it's going to be cold in Chicago.
Blanco takes low as he bluffs a bunt.
One good thing, though, the Giants, as you mentioned, all 4 games in Chicago, day games. When the weather is gnarly and cold, it's better to play those games in the daytime than to play them at night.
Blanco out of play.
We have seen some of the most incredibly raw weather in Chicago early in the year. You never really know what you're going to get. You can have an 80-degree day on Thursday and have it be 34 degrees on Friday. Edgar Blanco stepped out. He did not get timeout from plate umpire Mark Wegman. Seems timeout, and the umpire did not give it. He thought it was too late, and an umpire does not have to give it.
And that's triple foul. I don't think that was too late.
Well, Blanco made one mistake. You can ask for it, just don't leave the batter's box.
You can't assume you're going to get it.
Well, I agree with you. I don't think it was too late, but the umpire, he's the only guy that counts.
Down low, 2-2. Good memories. That was 2010.
Yeah, that was going down Montgomery before we got to Market Street.
I guess we didn't have any shots of the Pumpkin Festival parade, huh?
Well, no. We got to be the Grand Marshals at the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival a few years ago. A lot of fun.
And Blanco stays alive. Victor Sanchez is on deck. 5-2. Rockies. This time, Blanco gets time. And the payoff. And Blanco hits a high fly ball into center field for Fowler. A 1-2-3 inning for Nicasio. It's been a long 3 innings, and it's 5-2 Colorado.
is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company, the solar company.
5-2 Colorado. Larry Bears here. It was his birthday yesterday. We did not give out Larry's age.
No, you don't do that to the boss.
Do what, like
He's El Jefe right there.
High 30s.
Is this a contract year?
Ball one to Rolene Rosario, who drew a walk in the second. Two and 0. And a call strike. That's the one Rosario wanted to be a little bit more middle in, and he was going to take a whack.
Yeah, that's a slider, and he's used that slider a lot. He's used it when he absolutely had to get in that strike zone.
Hit to left. It's going to carry out to Blanco. No wind at all at this particular time. 1 out.
All right, what do you say we ask our AT&T trivia question? You can tweet your answer to CSN Giants. The question tonight: who won the American League Rookie of the Year award in 1988?
Here's Chris Nelson.
I think I know that.
Nelson struck out in the second. You see the movement that Lincecum has.
Now that's a fastball, and that's a two-seam grip. To give you an idea of how hard it is to catch Lincecum, that exploded across the plate like a left-handed slider.
Hit out to right field, right at Hunter Pence. Nelson's retired, 2 outs. And here's Nicasio. Lincecum had trouble with Nicasio, and Nicasio drew a walk. It's 11-0 Houston over Seattle. There's some frustration in that score right there.
Well, the Astros have really been struggling with the bats. So that game's in the 4th inning, and they've jumped all over the Mariners.
Three and out in Nicasio.
He's going to have a little word with himself.
And for the second time in this game, Nicasio takes the walk.
Well, that breaks a string of 6 consecutive outs that he had recorded. And David Getty cannot explain why Lincecum has walked the pitcher twice, the second time on 4 straight pitches.
Here's Fowler. Fowler doubled and a pair of runs in the second. Down the left field line and out of play.
In the second inning, when Nicasio walked the first time, Fowler stepped in with the bases loaded, got a breaking ball, first pitch, looking for it, and raked it right down the line. And that broke open the inning. Rockies would go on to score 5.
0-2.
This game will definitely frustrate you.
Pitch number 70 from Lincecum is down low. It's 1-2 now to Fowler.
It's about 10 over where he should be after 4 innings.
Got him. Rockies strand one. It's 5-2 Colorado.
Presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
All right, we're going to ask and answer our AT&T trivia question. Question tonight: who won the American League Rookie of the Year award in 1988? Well, he's here at the ballpark tonight. You might know him as Walt Weiss. Did it with the Oakland A's. That year he hit .250. And it had a .979 fielding percentage and really became the leader in that infield. There's Walt Weiss, rookie manager. '14-year veteran. Played in Oakland, Florida, Colorado, the Braves.
One of the other finalists for that managing job is our old friend Matt Williams. So here's Hector Sanchez facing Juan Nicasio. Sanchez with the bases loaded in the first, hit a ball to left that Gonzalez tracked down. Now it's 1-2.
Oh yeah, there's a panda person. If I'm a little kid, I want to be a panda person too.
Absolutely. No swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good idea on that 1-2 count. A little back foot slider attempt. That's a quality pitch. Nicasio in the minor leagues averaged just about a strikeout an inning. He had over 400 innings. Had a 3-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. Those are important numbers when you're climbing the ladder to get to the big leagues. Yeah, way underneath that one.
Tries to take a walk here.
Any base runner they can get.
Bottom of the 4th. A lot of game left. Crawford and then Lincecum. And the walk.
Good at bat.
Log on to csnbayarea.com and click on Giants In-game live presented by Metro PCS. Enhance the in-game experience on your computer, smartphone, or tablet. Follow the action on the diamond like you've never before with in-depth stats, up to the second box scores, and join the social buzz with other fans. So here's Crawford, who drew a walk to lead off the second inning. One ball and no strikes. .66 pitches for Juan Nicasio.
Well, he hasn't been that sharp either.
Could be two. Juggled, and they get the out at second as Rutledge stayed with it. Ball hit hard. Hit one for sure.
Oh, really got on him quick. And this does not have a reputation of being a quick infield, but you saw that ball come up right at the very end, and it kind of handcuffed him. And if you look at it, he did a pretty nice job to get the one out.
So here's Lincecum. It's a hit and run, and it's a base hit to left. Right by the third baseman, Nelson. How about that?
Now the Rockies anticipate the bunt all the way. They know Lincecum's not a great hitter. You can see where Nelson, the third baseman, was. I mean, he was 3 steps into the grass, maybe more. Well, you come in that close, you don't have great range. But credit Lincecum going out of the strike zone and just putting the ball in play and finding that hole. And just like that, the Giants got action.
So here's Pagan. Pagan is 1 for 2. Pagan takes a called strike. He struck out in the second. He got some fastballs from Nicasio and swung through a couple of them.
Pretty good first pitch changeup there. Start the at bat from Nicasio.
This is very high into center field. 2 outs for Scutaro.
Last night we mentioned the fact that there's a lot of new banners here on top of the left field side of the ballpark. And they commemorate the years the Giants as a franchise won their World Series. They've won 7. It commemorates the championships, the pennants, 20 of those, the division championships, and even the couple of flags that host when they hosted the All-Star game. All those other flags are all the teams in the major leagues, of which of course there are 30. So lots of new color on top of the stadium this year.
Scutaro to Tulowitzki, and this will end the inning. Giants strand a pair through 4. It's 5-2 Rockies.
is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit HEFINS.com.
Through 4 innings, a 5-2 lead for the Rockies. Lincecum will face Rutledge, Gonzalez, Tulowitzki. All the damage in this game from Colorado came in the 2nd inning.
See the defense pretty much straight away defending Rutledge. They don't have a big book on him yet. They do know he uses the whole field.
Well, they got a fat pitch in the 2nd inning and knocked in a pair of runs with a 2-out single.
Yeah, and a 2-strike count.
Comes in. It's now 2-1. Look out. 3 balls and 1 strike.
It's a big pitch. He wants a slider.
Got it. And he missed it. So it's 3-2.
And he has to throw a strike. He likes that slider right now. Does not trust the fastball.
Got him.
And a fastball that cuts for strike 3.
All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, Dwayne and Mike, this one's for you, too. I know it's getaway day tomorrow, and you've been a little concerned about Chicago being really chilly. All right, right now I'm checking my phone. It's 43 degrees, fellas, but I've got kind of good news for you. I want to make you feel better. If you were playing Colorado in Denver, 14 degrees right now. So I just want you to know it can always be colder. You're going to be fine, guys.
Yeah, but Amy, we're not going to Denver. We're going to Colorado, or going to Chicago, for crying out loud. I mean, what is it in Miami? We could be going there.
Just trying to make you feel better.
Well, I know. Look, she's trying to make us feel better. And
she will find some silver lining.
Just made me feel worse.
Good curveball. Well, we've seen this before, where Lincecum all of a sudden will gain some command of the game when he starts going to his specialty pitches and going away from the fastball.
Oh, 2 pitch. Very high.
And they tried to elevate that fastball, and ideally that would have gone right across the letters on the inside corner above the hands. Once it gets out that far out over the plate and that high, really it's a pretty easy take for a hitter. Good pitch. But with Mark Wegner, he doesn't have big corners. He does have a tight zone, and he just showed it there. I mean, that pitch for a lot of umpires is a strike, but with Wegner, you don't get it. Hector Sanchez did not move his glove. That's one of the best location fastballs Lincecum's thrown tonight. .83 pitches on the night, and this becomes a big one.
Hence moving over and under.
And that was a quality pitch.
And here's Tulowitzki.
And 2-strike count. Gonzalez had to go down, and he had to cover that pitch, and it was late. It was late breaking. He just hit that ball off the end of the bat. Watch the location of this pitch. You have to cover that. Gets out front, Hits it off the end of the bat. Nice pitch.
Tulowitzki has walked and he is struck out. Hits it deep to left. Blanco looking up. Gone. And on the first pitch, Tulowitzki makes it a 6-2 ball game. And for Tulowitzki, his third home run of the year. His second lifetime against Lincecum.
Well, that's the only problem about being predictable with off-speed stuff. When you've lost your fastball, and especially in a get-it-in first pitch situation, you want to get strike one. So because of that, you'll bite off more strike zone with that slider. It becomes a get-it-in slider to get strike one. And Tulowitzki was looking for it.
There's Pedire. No balls and one strike. Pedire has reached on an error and he's struck out.
Good two-seam fastball.
And there's that one hopper that Sanchez enjoys. 1 and 2.
Well, Jeremy Affeldt calls those a scud. Because it's going to come on a bounce and it's going to hit high on a catcher, and it is no fun to try and block. You know, as a catcher, you are going to flat out wear it. Just brace yourself.
Scooter will make the play, and that'll end the inning. So Tulowitzki's solo home run. 6-2 Colorado.
AT&T Park this week, or the weekend of April 19th through the 21st. And that Friday 19th, well, it's fireworks night presented by Hanwha Solar. Game time 7:05, and stick around for the post-game fireworks show. It will be epic. There are still great seats available for all three Padres games. Go to sfgiants.com and get those tickets right now.
Epic?
Epic.
Was that in that read, or did you use that word?
I kind of threw that in there.
Epic. Here's Sandoval. He's 0 for 2. I think this road trip, Chicago, Milwaukee, I think it's going to be epic.
Well, you think it's epic every time we get into Wisconsin? or around it.
I'm including Chicago. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, definitely one of our favorite cities to visit. And this time we get to be there a long time. Remember a couple years ago we went there for 2 days.
Yeah, made up for it this trip. 2-0 pitch. Sandoval does not like to take 2-0. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And that was a 2-0 changeup. He was way out in front of it too. How about that, Jack? 6-time World Series champions. He's got to get a patch.
2-1 pitch.
Right up there above his hands with 93 miles per hour, way out of the strike zone. And we have not seen a whole lot of chase out of the strike zone from Sandoval since the season has started. And he's done it twice in this at bat. It's almost like he made up his mind he was going to swing no matter what. No matter what. Well, if a guy's going to keep swinging at it, you got to keep throwing.
Well, you got to throw this one to the top of the backstop. Down the left field line and out of play.
I think they just did him a huge favor.
I think when Sandoval was a kid, they'd play a game where they'd have no catchers. And he wasn't allowed to take anything because then you'd have to run after the ball. Pablo, you got to put it in play or you have to run after it.
That'll make you a good contact hitter. Remember Jason Schmidt said that's how he became a control specialist. So his dad used to catch him, and when he threw it by his dad, he had to go run after it.
Here's the 2-2. And Sandoval decides to lay off of that one. As hard as it was, it's 3-2.
That was not easy. It took all of his strength to lay off that pitch. The Pitts on deck would love to face Nicasio out of the stretch.
Rosario gets rid of the mask. 1 out. Here's our AT&T U-verse rewind last night against the Rockies. Hunter Pence's 3rd home run of the season off of Jorge De La Rosa. Gave the Giants a 3-0 lead.
Said after the game he went up there looking off speed, got a changeup, and that was the result on the first pitch.
Tonight he's 1 for 2. No balls and 1 strike.
Quick little breaking ball right there. Hunter Pence, the same approach that Sandoval had. Hackett
going right at him. On the ground to second. And Rutledge will make the play. And here's Brandon Belt. Belt tonight is 0 for 2. And Belt pulls this one foul.
Whoa. Left. He almost made the play of the night.
You know what? I think the tags have to go.
Yeah, you can't put tags on the ball.
It kind of makes it look like you maybe just came from a convention.
You can't put the ball. They'll be on players next.
What, to make sure they're players?
Yeah.
It's 6-2 Colorado. Come on.
we're in the top of the 6th. The Rockies lead 6-2. And if you like those World Series rings that the players and coaches have, you have a chance to have one that is exactly the same. It's the World Series ring raffle. All the proceeds benefit the Giants Community Fund. Just $10 gets you into the raffle. Visit sfgiants.com/ring raffle. Guys, people can do this through June 9th, so lots of time to win that ring. Dwayne?
All right, here's Hilton. Amy G, a little rock starish down there, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. Huge following.
Look at that. Easy now. Do not touch Amy G. Here's the 0-1 to Hilton. Hilton out to Pagan. 1 out. And that'll bring up Rosario. Rosario has walked and he's flied out to left. They're going to foul out of play.
Rosario taking a long time to get back in that batter's box. That's one thing I miss about Barry Bonds. He never left the batter's box, ever.
He wanted to hit. And a lot of times the opposition didn't allow him to hit. Passing around the World Series trophy.
Yep.
Trying to do that, they'll let that trophy, they'll throw it out in the stands and let people pass it around. Foul just to our right.
Now you watch a hitter back out of that batter's box and then how he gets back into it. I mean, hitting is rhythm. Everything about this game is rhythm. And I think it has to do with Rosario's setup. Does it every time. Now he's going to take a huge walk. Oh, yeah. We have a winner.
And he hammers this one into center field for a base hit. And here's Chris Nelson. Nelson has struck out and flied out. Rockies 6, Giants 2. 6th inning.
Yeah, last pitch for Lincecum, number 97. And Giants now going to start getting some activity. It's going to be Jose Mijares heading down to the Giants bullpen.
Out of play, 0-1.
Tell you one thing the Rockies have done this time to the lineup. I mean, they are hacking at that first pitch. Nelson, another first pitch swing. And think back to one mistake that Lincecum has made this time to the lineup was on a first pitch home run to Tulowitzki.
A good ride, foul. 30 feet foul.
We have a winner that's found a nice home.
Some of my favorite seats right there. Oh, Dan got a bloody finger out of the deal.
I broke 2 fingers for that ball, kid.
Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Sanchez throw. Not in time. Stolen base for Rosario, his first of the year. Nelson retired on the strikeout. That's 6 strikeouts for Lincecum. 2 steals now.
Yeah, he had one earlier back in the first inning. Dad. Now that's a gamer dad. Serious business.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be a one-handed dentist tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got surgery scheduled. Not surgery on him. There's Nicasio with a home run cut, and it's 0-1.
Again, another first pitch hack. Nicasio must be a scary character in that batter's box because Lincecum has not felt comfortable throwing to him tonight. 2 walks, a costly walk in the second.
Well, that walk in the second is why the score is what it is. If he retires Nicasio, the Rockies only come up with 1 run. Foul behind Rene Lachemann.
Yeah, Rene Lachemann throwing up in the stands, lefty a little disappointed. He's got 40 people begging. It's lefty tonight, baby.
And I thought Nicasio hit it, but he actually swung and missed. And that'll end the inning. 7 strikeouts for Lincecum. Gregor Blanco will lead things off. The Giants need some base runners. In Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, highlights and post-game interviews. You get coverage of the Warriors, the A's, and the Sharks. Everybody playing tonight. And then Sabian's thoughts on the Giants' 2013 start. Ahmed Fareed and David Feldman throughout the first pitch.
Had a nice round of applause. And like good performers, they milked it just a little bit, and they did not bounce it. That is important. Because if you bounce it, you will hear about it. They did not let us down.
So here's Blanco. There's Nick Noonan and Sergio Romo doing the honors behind the dish. Blanco, Sanchez, Crawford. 84 pitches for Nicasio. And the Giants need some base runners, and they need to string some hits together. (2-0). Bullpen activity now for Colorado. That's number 0. Adam Ottavino.
Well, if your name starts with O and it ends with O, you can be 0.
I don't know if I've ever seen an O. I've seen double O.
Jeff Leonard.
There's a strike. A player with the Indians by the name of Paul Dade, who was double O, but just 0. 2-1 pitch. High, 3-1. And the walk.
Again, you saw this happen to Nicasio back in the second inning for the Giants with a 4-run lead. He walked the leadoff hitter, Brandon Crawford, who would come around and score. So Jim Wright, the pitching coach, is going to come out. And he's going to have a word with Nicasio. Right now, this is when you can get an inspirational speech from your pitching coach, because he's not happy about the leadoff walk with a 4-run lead. Meanwhile, Ottavino continues to heat up. He's about ready.
Giants with 5 hits, the Rockies with 4. So here's Sanchez, a fly ball and a walk. Way outside, 1 ball and no strike.
Easy takes.
I mean, Nicasio can help the Giants get back into this one. Lincecum did it in the second inning when he walked 3 and all 3 scored. There was also an error in that second inning, and that hitter scored. Blanco was leaning just a little bit. I don't believe he's going anywhere.
Do not get picked off down 4 runs.
Yeah, might as well just walk into the other team's dugout if you do that. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pitch number 91.
One and 2.
Right back, same spot.
There's Amy G. Amy G with Sammer, or cameraman. And the 1-2 to Sanchez. It's high, 2 and 2.
Trying to climb the ladder with that fastball.
There's Crawford. And a good take. And Rosario couldn't find it. And it's not risk-taking time if you're the base runner.
No, it's not worth it down 4 runs, 6th inning. You got to put the anchor down. Now all of a sudden this becomes a big pitch 3-2. After Nicasio had the leadoff walk, here he is with another 3-ball count. And as you point out, he could be the guy responsible for the rally here with another walk.
And the walk.
And an easy take. So Nicasio has completely lost it here. And the Giants have a rally for free.
So here's Crawford. And Walt Weiss is going to go to the bullpen. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. Giants have two base runners out here with nobody out in the bottom of the sixth.
So Walt Weiss making the pitching change here, the new speed of the new pitcher, Adam Ottavino. And you take a look at what he has done in 2 games. He's not a rookie. Some time with the St. Louis Cardinals, a little bit of time last year with the Rockies. He's got a little over a year's experience. He's a sinker baller. He's got a low 90 sinker, hard slider. That's pretty much what you're going to see. He's got a change up he'll throw, but not very often.
.93 inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, not a bad time to take a pitch.
Ottavino, if you remember last year with the piggyback system, he was one of the guys that was the second man in a lot. To the backstop. Both runners advance.
Now that's a significant pitch because Ottavino is a sinker baller. He's a guy that Walt Weiss wants to get a ground ball from. And now with that wild pitch, he loses the force. He set up in the outside corner, and there's a breaking ball that almost hits Crawford. So not a whole lot that Rosario can do. Well, except catch it.
Yeah, I mean, if he catches it.
A breaking ball, I mean, you got time. If it's a fastball that far away from your backhand, that's a tougher play. But a breaking ball, I think he should have caught it.
Hit well to left. Gonzalez looking up. It is out of here. An opposite field home run for Brandon Crawford. His first 3 RBIs of the year, and it's 6-5 Colorado.
Yeah, we got a brand new ball game, folks. And this is what we saw for Brandon Crawford all spring. Opposite field drive. And he clips this thing in a 2-0 challenge and backspins it right out the opposite way. And how many of those do you see in this ballpark? It'll give you an idea.
Well, 1 a month.
Just how much power he's got in those hands.
So here's Nick Noonan. And Noonan with a swing and a miss.
Well, you see a guy backspin a ball the other way. You know that ball's getting deep to him. You can really see a good exchange from that back leg through the ball.
Noonan with a base hit to right field. Noonan picked up his first big league hit on Sunday. He's got another one here. There's a pinch hitter in the sixth.
Another look at the home run off the bat of Crawford. And you will see him do that this year. He will use the opposite way with power.
So here's Pagan. Pagan tonight is 1 for 3. And Pagan fouls it out of play. Ottavino's throwing hard. That's at 95. Little flare into center field, and it's going to fall. Two straight walks and then 3 straight hits.
Well, that was a fang right there. And those are the kind of hit you get when you get your hands in position. Because that was an all-hands hit. Matt Belial gets the emergency red alert. A night like tonight, he'll need 8 to 10 pitches to get an established fastball to say he's good to go. Minimum. Now, if you're Bruce Bochy, I mean, do you sacrifice here? You got 2 on, nobody out. You got a sinker baller out there on the mound, and you want to stay out of the double play.
Well, Scudero's good with the bat. He might do it on his own. He might try to bunt for a hit.
Rockies are going to defend against it with Chris Nelson, the third baseman, coming in on the grass.
And it's a good bunt. And Scudero moves both runners over. Now we'll see what the Rockies do with Sandoval. Sandoval is hitless in 3 at-bats.
Well, he was very aggressive in his at-bats against Nicasio. And he just missed one back in the second.
And they're going to walk him.
Now Walt Weiss knows. Whoa! Ottavino almost threw one away. And Weiss knows that Ottavino is a sinker ball, so he'll set up the force. Watch Rosario, the catcher, right down at his feet. It almost knocked him down.
Hey, you have to put some excitement into the intentional walk.
Well, Ottavino just did. Now Belial's ready down in the Rockies bullpen. Should Walt Weiss want to go to the veteran right-hander? He's good to go.
Pence is 1 for 3. He's 1 for 6 lifetime against Ottavino.
The situation for Pence is simple. Try and get a pitch up in the air deep enough in the outfield to score that runner. There are great arms in this Rocky outfield, the best one in left field. And here comes Walt Weiss. He's going to his veteran, Belle.
So Belle is trotting in from the bullpen. And his job is to go after Hunter Pence with the bases loaded in a one-run game. We'll be back. Everybody ready. Belle going after Pence with a tying run at third. And a base hit to right field. Noonan scores. Pagan holds up. This game is tied. Pence was 3 for 14 lifetime against Belle with 7 strikeouts.
Well, Belle knows that he has to make something happen. With the bases loaded, he's got no base to play with. He's got to attack the strike zone. And Hunter Pence, who we've seen go to right field all spring long, continues with the strength. There you see the numbers for Belle. He's off to a good start. The other guy can give you a sinker, a fastball slider guy.
Here's Belt. Belt, bouncing ball up the middle. And a double play to end the inning. And the Giants end up with a 4 spot as they tie it up. But Belt gets into the double play. And Crawford goes opposite field. It's bye-bye, baby. It's 6-6.
upper deck? No way!
Here's our Toyota game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Nicasio ends up allowing 4 earned runs. Lincecum 6 earned runs. Tulowitzki's got a solo shot, and Crawford with the big home run in this game. A 3-run shot to get the Giants back into this game. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and Smog experts.
Jose Mijares, the new pitcher for the Giants in 3 games. 4 hits in 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Still looking for that hard slider, which was his bread and butter last year. It was a low 90s fastball with a very good slider, a swing and miss slider. But the slider has not really consistently shown up for him yet. And sliders can be temperamental. They can take a while.
Fowler is 1 for 3. It's going to be a souvenir. 2 balls and 1 strike.
All right, we have a winner. Let's go, Dad. He's a deadhead. He gets it.
And that shot foul. It's 2-2.
Last year when the Giants acquired Jose Mijares, they really didn't know a whole lot about him. But what they found out about him was that he had good stuff, hard stuff, fastball, slider. But when he could get you into a 2-strike situation with that fastball and drop that slider on you, good night. It was a great kill pitch.
And now it's 3-2.
And you see the frustration in it. Just looked like it just kind of popped out of his hand. Now, when you get into a situation here, a tie ball game, you have to throw a pitch you can get across the plate. Whatever it is, you have to throw a strike.
Godin is getting loose. And the walk. And let's check in with Amy G.
All right, guys, we have some special guests here, and even though they're wearing purple, we still love them because they're Bay Area people. They are Troy Tulowitzki's parents, Susan and Ken. Thank you. Ken, we're going to leave you alone because that was a tough inning for you to watch. We're going to talk to Mama. You know, how fun is it to be able to come see your baby play right by where you live?
It's big. It's big. It's so much fun for us. We're local, so we get to come out here every time he plays, so we get to see him extra time. It's just like Little League days. It's good, just on a bigger scale.
And it's so nice to see that Troy is feeling healthy this year. And you were mentioning he took the time to heal himself.
He did. He took the time. He's really feeling a lot better this year, so there's a lot that goes into it. He has to make sure mentally he's all there, and I'm proud of him. He's doing good. He's doing good. He's ready to get at it this year.
He's a favorite of our broadcasters upstairs, Dwayne and Mike, and they said when Troy isn't playing baseball, things just aren't right. And he's not even on the Giants, so that's a big kudos to Troy.
Oh, nice. Nice. It's good to hear. He's my favorite, that's for sure.
Of course he is. Thank you, Ken, for standing by. You're a gamer. All right, Ken and Susan Tulowitzki, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
So it turns out it takes a very nice play to get Rutledge on the bunt. And now Fowler in scoring position.
Well, it looked to me like Rutledge dropped a 60-degree wedge right out there in front of home plate. I mean, it hit and bit. So Sanchez doesn't get a whole lot of time because Rutledge runs well. Watch this thing come out the bat and just bite. Bite. So that was a nice play. Had that ball hit Rutledge, though, he'd have been out because he was inside the baseline.
Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez facing his fellow countryman is 0 for 3 lifetime against Mijares. Fowler now with good speed. And we talked last night about the extension that Gonzalez has. You throw a pitch 6 inches off the plate, and if it's down low, he'll get it. He'll hit it the other way.
Chivalry is not dead.
And they're going to stay away. And it's out of play, away 0-2.
George Contos down the Giants bullpen is ready to go, and he's thinking about one guy.
I said go, Dan, so I was wrong there. It is Contos.
He's thinking about Tulowitzki on deck. Way ahead. Do not get in that strike zone. Tease it, throw something away, let it pulled out, hard slider to dirt. Like that. Not in the dirt, but that's a good fastball on 92.
And you also got to keep an eye on Fowler.
Just a little bit low in the eye of Wegner, the plate umpire. I mean, he's a high ball guy, but that still is an excellent 0-2 pitch with the fastball. And Gonzalez will chase a slider down the dirt.
Got him.
Or just a blazer 93 humpback fastball right across the hands out over the plate. That made a loud noise in Hector Sanchez's glove.
And here comes Bruce Bochy, and he has made the call to Contos. And it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Contos, Tulowitzki will be back.
Taking on another lefty, Jeff Francis, for the Rockies, and that game starts at 12:45. So come on out to AT&T Park for an afternoon of baseball in the city. Go to sfgiants.com and get those tickets.
Giants have come back in this game. It's 6-6.
Take a look at the numbers for George Contos, and he has had a hard time. 6 hits allowed, 1 walk, 11.57 ERA in those 4 2/3 innings. And the 1 home run he's given up was the one to Clayton Kershaw. You see a couple of different looks from Contos. Fastball that's low 90s in velocity and a hard slider, and it's a good one. Tulowitzki has never faced him.
Tulowitzki has walked, he struck out, and he hit a solo home run off of Lincecum in the 5th. Oh, 1.
And there is that slider. Off to a great start.
Fowler at second. Santos gets the sign from Sanchez. And fastball high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Santos has a base open, so he does not have to just give into a challenge in the heart of that strike zone. Stay in a corner, stay to a quality location. You walk him, so what?
One and two.
Right across the letters.
He is a good high ball hitter.
You see that from a guy who's erect in his stance. You can see how tall he is. He's set up for the high part of the zone. And we have seen him torch balls between the belt and the letters for a long time.
One and two. Pagan moving over. Side retired. Blanco, Sanchez, Crawford coming up.
From Jeremy Outfield on last night's victory against Colorado. He says, we always play good games against the Rockies. There are always battles, and we needed to win this game. They indeed did. They had lost the last 2 of the series against the Cardinals, and they needed to win it. And yes, they did. Their last 19 times they played the Rockies, they've gone 15-4. And that is our Geico quote of the game from Jeremy Outfield. Who gives good quotes? We're tied up 6 apiece. We're going to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Giants have out hit the Rockies 9-4.
So here's Belle-Isle to Blanco. And Blanco running up and slashing it foul. Blanco likes to do it. He does it more than any other hitter in the National League.
Well, and I think even if it's not successful, it's designed to move that third baseman back a little bit, which it does, and that sets up a bunt. Should he decide to do it. It is a fun play when it goes down. It definitely has a little momentum towards first base when he does get it down.
Takes a rip. It's 1-2. Got him.
That's some knee-high paint on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Belle Isle.
Here's Hector Sanchez. First pitch strike. Crawford on deck.
Belle Isle's definitely brought some calm back into this game.
Roll to Rutledge. 2 outs.
Rutledge has had the last 2 ground balls come up on him. When that happens to you as an infielder, do you start anticipating it?
Yeah, it's better they come up than stay down. You've got a shot at getting them when they come up.
Well, the big blow of the bat for the Giants came in the 6th inning. Down 4 runs, 2 on. And Brandon Crawford does this. Second career homer here at AT&T. This one the opposite way off of Adam Ottavino. And all of a sudden, this place got live.
And a strike to Crawford. Well, when they decide they're hungry, they come in.
Yeah.
Crawford goes the other way again, and he fouls it out of play.
3 pitches, 3 fastballs, 3 fastballs away. Not unusual to see late inning relievers use that outside part of the plate, especially in a big yard like AT&T. Say, hey, if you're going to take me deep, you're going to have to go the opposite way to do it.
Andres Torres is on deck.
Trying to backdoor to the slider. There's the dog. Does not miss a game.
Crawford making folks down the left field line very happy. Pirates beat the Diamondbacks tonight. That game just ended. They win 6-5. Got him, and Crawford knew it. So Belle Isle with a couple of strikeouts. Now we'll head to the 8th. It's 6-6.
Tied up at 6 in the top of the 8th inning, and we have a Buster Knows Squat available for fans at CSNBayArea.com. Buster and I chatted earlier this afternoon. He talks about the high expectations he has this season, how he's going to manage them. Guys, he also shares how nervous he was when he took the field Saturday to thank the fans when he received his National League MVP award. Who knew Buster could get rattled? CSNBayArea.com, Buster Knows Squat. Dwayne?
All right. Here at 6-6. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Santiago Casilla, the new pitcher for the Giants. Saw something in his last outing. It was really a pretty slick thing. It was a changeup and a good one. Till then, it was 2 types of fastball, curveball, slider. Now he's added a new look.
Kadire, who offers that fastball, and he pulls it foul. Rich Brown is going to kind of go after that, and then
that's our spare ball dude.
Security guy got it. He said, "No, I can't do that. If I give it away, I get fired. Sorry." I know it doesn't sound like those are the rules, but there's a little pop up. And Scudero is going to make the catch with his back to the infield.
Well, that looks like a fun play for a second baseman's move.
Well, I have a feeling that he had a pretty good idea that he was going to get to this one. And you slide because it's easier to stop that way.
Well, it's a pretty play. And watch the reaction from Casilla.
Oh, yeah. Here's Helton. Helton takes the strike.
And our Toyota Exmo concentration, just using every bit of that glove into a slide, just for style points.
Helton.
That's a healthy curveball right there.
Takes a strike. It's 0-2.
A new role this year for Todd Helton. He's going to be platooned. He'll play against right-handers. Against lefties, he will not, for the most part. And I always thought in his heyday he was one of the best against left-handed pitchers as a left-handed hitter.
Helton digs it out and fouls it over the backstop.
Helton early in the count, I mean, that's when you see him pull the ball. Late in the count, that's when he takes swing out. He'll go the opposite way against righties and lefties. One of the strongest front-sided hitters I've ever seen. He plants that front shoulder into a swing to start, and it's rock solid. There's no give.
All right, everybody tired of waiting, so Santiago Casilla goes to the rosin bag. Helton steps out. Blanco a long run, but it's Sandoval who makes the catch. The nimble feet of the Panda.
Well, that's what got him the nickname. If you ever saw the movie Kung Fu Panda, the big old panda bear had happy feet. And right here, Pablo Sandoval with a little happy feet, a nice play.
You know, we know the size of Sandoval, but you can put him at any spot defensively, and he would get by.
Oh, he's a good athlete, and I think one of the keys as to why he's a good athlete defensively are the quick feet. And the Panda people love it.
Here's Rosario. Rosario has walked, he's flied out, and he's singled. You can't make a mistake with this guy. You see Andres Torres, he's been doing that since the first inning, but he will probably pinch hit to lead off the 8th.
He's run 2 marathons down there in that dugout.
Good spot. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, and that's just a nice understanding of a sinker. Started away. Rosario gave up on it. Luba brings it back into the strike zone. That's a rough strike right there.
It is.
The whole at bat has gone away. Breaking balls, backdoor sinkers here. The 4-seamer on the inside corner. That explodes in on Rosario, and he cannot stop the bat hit.
Got him. 93 above the belt. And it stays 6-6. Some of the sights and sounds here at AT&T Park in front of a packed house. It's 6-6. Belle Isle will be facing Andres Torres. Belle Isle is the one reliever that has calmed things down. He did give up a base hit to the first hitter he faced, and that was Pence. But after that, a double play with the bases loaded. Strikeout, ground ball, strikeout. And he's done it without throwing a whole lot of pitches.
Giants have some activity in their bullpen. It's Sergio Romo.
Taken
all the way.
And here's where you take again.
This is a big moment for Belle Isle because Andres Torres represents a lot of speed in that batter's box.
Yeah, this should be right down the middle of the plate, and it is. It's 3-1. And a bolt to right. And it's over the head of Cuddyer. Torres is going to put on the brakes. He's got a leadoff double.
Man, that's the beauty of speed. Belle Isle knew he could not walk him. That's a base stealing threat, so he had to challenge him on a 3-1. That was a not great location, but he had no choice. And Torres jumped on the gift. There's a 3-run challenge right at the belt T-ball location, and he was laying in the bushes for it. Very compact load, and we let the pitcher supply the power. And once it got over the head of Cuddyer, an easy 2-bagger.
So here's Pagan. Pagan with 2 hits tonight. And he takes the pitch low and away. 1 ball and no strikes.
There's not been a consistent strike on that outside corner. Some have been called, some have not been called.
Pagan down the left field line. This is going to curl into the seats. And it's a ball and a strike.
We have a winner. I know one thing. If you're a Giants hitter, you're looking away and you're looking hard stuff. Belle Isle's been consistent out there.
Up the middle, off of Belle Isle. Here comes Torres, and the Giants take the lead. Off of Belle Isle's back, I believe.
Andres Torres with a hero's welcome back in that Giants dugout. Belle Isle, a couple of location mistakes, and the Giants have capitalized on both of them. And now Walt Weiss tells Willie Rosario, the catcher of the Rockies, to go out and stall. Wilton Lopez has stopped throwing in the Rocky bullpen, so he's ready to go. You can see the location again. It looked like a little backup slider, not a whole lot on it. And where it did, it looked like it got the shoulder of Belle Isle.
Now Belle Isle's thrown his last pitch. So we got a new pitcher when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. 7-6 Giants. Wilton Lopez to Marco Scutaro, and Pagan scurries back.
Well, traditionally, Rockies have always been able to run some sinker balls at you. Wilton Lopez, another one of those sinker ballers. Thicker slider changeup. Well, he's got a pretty good changeup, and it's not like most sinker ballers where they like to throw that slider off the sinker. His best specialty pitch is that changeup. You're a right-hander. A little 3 years experience in the big leagues. Look out. Take a look at the numbers from Wilton Lopez. He has been getting hammered. 7 hits in 2 1/3.
Sandoval on deck. See if Pagan goes. He does not. And it's inside. It's not been there the entire game. It's 2-0.
No, I think Mark Wegner's been very consistent with the strike zone. We talked about his zone at the beginning of the game. It's a tight one. You don't see as many low ball strikes with Wegner. You'll see high strikes called, but other umpires won't go. But he's been pretty consistent with it all night.
Scutaro taking all the way. Lopez took a little off to get it in. He did get it in. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Scutaro taking a long look at Tim Flannery.
All right, that usually means hit and run.
It's not a bad idea for a guy that puts a lot of balls on the ground and he's throwing good. Walt Weiss, the skipper of the Rockies, thinking the same thing we are.
Well, I'm only going by your observation. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pagan goes. And it's a hit and run foul. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap. That's going to happen in just a bit. And Michael also talked about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KNBR 680. They're a little feisty this morning.
Really?
Yeah. I'll give you a little bit of that after this 2-2 pitch.
Yeah, they'll be fired up about the Warriors tomorrow, too.
Pagan goes. Swinging a bouncing ball into left field, a base hit. Pagan will stay on the move, and he'll end up at third. And Scutaro's got his 3rd hit. And the combination of Pagan and Scutaro tonight, 6 hits between them.
Well, when that happens, you're going to see some runs scored. They set up away. The ball comes at the belt, middle in, and he's had some good pitches to hit tonight. When he was slumping, he was 0-2 in every at bat, it seemed like, and he wouldn't get much to hit. But to his credit, he is jumping on those mistakes. And the Giants haven't set up to go large.
Here's Sandoval.
And by the way, congratulations to the Warriors. They're going to the playoffs.
That's right. They clinched the spot tonight with a victory. Sandoval is 0 for 3. Low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. So Murph and Paulie are in Chicago a couple years back. Murph makes a big deal out of the Chicago deep pitch pizza.
Yeah.
Matt doesn't like it. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a pop-up, and that's going to be out of play. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
How could you not like deep dish pizza?
Well, that was Murph's whole point, and from that point on, there was a little friction.
Oh, that was positive.
They were not holding hands, swinging their arms down Michigan Avenue after that. Yeah, the wrap will not be televised tonight. There's a whole lot going on at the Coliseum with the Warriors. So tonight is their night, as it should be. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandoval, a base hit into right field. Pagan scores. Scutaro to second. It's 8-6.
And the offense has opened up. And Hensley Newlands, Joe LaFay, the hitting coaches for the Giants, have been waiting for a night just like tonight. Again, a good pitch to hit. Ball right out there at the belt over the plate. And the Panda just smoking it. And this got to feel pretty good for the Giants. A 13-hit night, and they're not done.
Here's Pence. By the way, Pence's hit in the 6th inning was his career 1,000. How about that?
Milestone hit. Congratulations.
Scutaro at second. Sandoval at first. And Pence, a line drive, and safe is Scutaro at second. So Pence lines out.
And a good at bat, the opposite side of the field. Ball was struck well. Josh Rutledge barely had a chance to get his hands up.
So here's Belt. Belt is 0 for 4. No balls and 1 strike.
When you see 2 guys down in the Giants bullpen, if the game stays within 3 runs or less, and it's a save opportunity, you're going to see Romo. If the Giants blow this open, you're going to see Alpha. And remember, the Giants and Rockies go out each other tomorrow at 12:45. Quick turnaround.
The Giants' next day off is Monday. Belt has hit into some tough luck, but as a hitter, I mean, you don't think about that when you walk up to the plate and you see that your average is 0.95. You don't hit about it, or you don't think about that.
You think you're on the bingo card. 0.95. Bingo.
Two. Start pressing a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what a frustrated hitter does. He'll start going out of strike zone. And that compounds the problem. What's the last thing a hitting coach will tell a guy just about every time he walks out that dugout to go hit? Get a good pitch to hit.
Get a good pitch. It's 1-2 to Belt. And Belt fouls it out of play. Lopez looking in. Belt on the ground. Rutledge kicks it, and they get the force play at second. So Belt reaches on the fielder's choice. Scutaro moves over to third. And here's Blanco. Blanco doesn't have a hit, but he led off the 6th inning with a walk, and the Giants scored 4 times. And those 4 runs tied the game. Lays this one down. And Blanco beats it out, and Scutaro comes in to score. I will tell you what, Lopez made a nice play.
Well, I guarantee the Rockies were not expecting that.
Thanks, Greg. Here at AT&T Park, the Giants have scored 3 times here in the 8th, and they now lead 9-6. Blanco with a bunt, base hit, and RBI. And Sanchez will roll this one foul.
Well, again, we congratulate the Warriors, who tonight qualified for the playoffs. There is no more magic number. They are in. And the celebration of a good regular season begins for the Warriors. And we wish them the best in the playoffs.
Here's Sanchez, no balls and 1 strike. Oh, and 2, it's amazing how your goal is to get to the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden your goals change.
Your goals change in 1 game.
I mean, they still have work to do. They have to keep their position in the standings. So every game left for the Warriors is a game that's meaningful. 9-6 Giants. The 0-2 pitch coming up. And this is rolled foul right past Roberto Kelly.
Left Brown. There you go. That little guy's been waiting for it all night long. There's some worthy recipients down there, I gotta say.
Probably snuck in a nap around the 5th.
Yeah, to the 8th.
Very high, 1 and 2. Romo and Affelt. And a half swing, and that'll end the inning. Giants, a 3 spot. 9th inning coming up. 9-6 San Francisco.
Bay Area is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Nine-6 Giants. We have reached the ninth inning when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Sergio Romo has been almost perfect in his first 4 outings. Just 1 hit allowed. 4 appearances, 4 saves. This is a save opportunity for him. 6 strikeouts against no walks in his first 4 innings. He has been the talk of the Bay Area with how he has turned it up a big-time notch, going back to last year when he was really a postseason hero all 3 tiers of the playoffs. Joaquin Arias comes in and will play third base.
Reed Briniak is the pinch hitter. And a strike at the knees. So Romo immediately gets ahead of Briniak. Tap slowly to Romo to Bell. 1 down. Here's Eric Young Jr. pinch hitting. Young started last night and went 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Here he takes high.
Lots and lots of speed. Guys jam him on the corners. Young will push bunt. He will drag bunt. And he'll make you work. Not afraid to take a strike like that. Not afraid to take 2 strikes. Smart little player. Just like his old man.
His father, senior, very good player. Two balls and a strike. Fowler is on deck. Two and two on the swing and a miss.
And that's the slider. That's the bread and butter. And that thing broke down Eric Young Jr. about halfway into his swing.
Just inside.
I like the pitch though. After he really fooled him with that slider on the inside corner to get the second strike, he tried to go front door sink. And he did not miss by much.
Got him.
Fastball challenge, the beauty of a 3-run lead. Put the pressure on the hitter, and he throws a knee-high fastball at 89 miles an hour right through him. There's some prime meat.
Here's Fowler. Fowler takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Romo tried to back go him, and he just missed. It's 2-0.
Did not miss by much. There's a frisbee that backside of the strike zone.
And Fowler swinging at that 2-0 pitch. Misses or fouls it back. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Fowler taking advantage of the reputation of Romo being a strike thrower. Had the count 2-0. He was dive bombing in there. He was going to hack.
Three and 1. And he hooks this one foul off the bricks. It's 3 and 2. Tonight here at AT&T Park, 41,910. And all standing on this 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball. As Fowler digs this one up with his hands, it stays at 3 and 2.
3-2 slider from Romo. Well, indeed, he got that in there tight, didn't he?
Got him. And that's the ball game.
Another 3-2 slider. And another 1-2-3 inning for Romo and another save.
So a very nice come from behind win for the Giants. They trail 6-2 in this one. And they come back and win this one 9-6. And as the story goes, once again, the bullpen comes in and they allow nothing.
Well, I think you have to have an outing like this because you were down 6-1, and I think when this team was looking for some offense, they've been struggling to find some rhythm up and down that lineup, and you're down 6-1. You got to produce, but you also have to have a bullpen that stops the bleeding.
Right.
I mean, after the 5-run second inning, the Giants only gave up 1 more run. It was a solo shot off of Tim Lincecum from Troy Tulowitzki. The offense had a chance to come back. And then 2 things very significant. And the fact that it's happening early in the year is something that will add to their